Next, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is a
And
short
who are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Shahid Bahari.
Yeah.
My question is a short question, but it can have a very broad answer. And it's almost a two-parter. How would you convince someone that's very rational, scientific, but very stubborn on the existence of God and the importance of believing in God?
You see, this question, as you rightly said, requires a very, very long answer. But first of all, tell me, how can you establish your own existence?
For myself, it would be, to convince myself that I exist, it would be very easy, but to convince somebody else that I exist without actually...
Will become problematic, perhaps.
Exactly.
That's right. And particularly for those who have not seen you, who have not heard you, who have no access directly to examine you. Can you prove your existence to them?
At this stage, I don't think so.
Okay. Now, when you said scientific, let's first understand the jargon scientific. I'm going to answer it on your behalf. Science as against arts is a system of knowledge which deals with demonstrable facts. The facts which can be demonstrated and repeated. Under the same circumstances, they must give the same results. Which means you must have a demonstrable commodity or entity before you and examine it. Can you say the same of God?
No.
The way God is described, or He describes Himself, He goes beyond our reach to catch Him, to hold Him in files of scientific laboratory and examine Him.
There's no parameters.
So there is no question of scientific evidence at all, from under the strict terminology of science. Now, conviction. Let's come to that part. You are still convinced of so many things of which you have no scientific proof. That is to say, you have no scientific knowledge enough yourself to even examine a so-called proof. You see, there are people in Afghanistan who don't know the ABC of physics and chemistry, and yet they believe in radio, in even television. Why do they believe? Because they receive the signals in the form of audio or video, pictures and sounds, and they can't deny. So if messages are received, they become an evidence, but not necessarily reproducible evidence. Because in cases of most people, they can't even understand the phenomenon. How can they work on it and reproduce it and satisfy themselves? So hearing and seeing become instruments for expanding your knowledge and taking you into the realm of the unknown. Right? Now, when you come to the question of God, there's so many possible ways of reaching a positive conclusion as to the existence of God. There are two things mentioned in principle by the Holy Quran. The one is the study of the afaq around you, the horizons before you. That is the objective study. And the second is having an introspective study with reference to your own self. And when you spread these arguments and into various sections, then so many chapters appear dealing individually with one aspect or another of the evidence in favor of the existence of God. But that would be a very long answer again, as I told you. But I'm coming to the last bit. I refer to you to study yourself introspectively. You have a will. You have a vision. you can reach out things beyond this hall. You can reach out the extremes of the space through your imagination. Could dead matter do the same thing?
No.
Why not? What is the difference? What is vision? What are five senses? Do they belong to chemistry or physics?
Yeah.
No. If they belong to the chemistry and physics as such have played their part for the last 20 billion years. And man or the life on earth has come to be born only like a small infant in relation to the time spent before.
Okay.
This chemistry and physics is common to all the universe. And yet you do not see signs of their displaying these qualities.
Okay, I see.
You see?
Yeah.
They're not innate to them.
No, okay, I see what you mean.
If they were innate to them, they should have shown them. Something extra has happened. Consciousness is something which is not a part of chemistry or physics. That has been born, and that is you. And consciousness is related to five senses. If there were no five senses to help consciousness, consciousness would be dead. So an ear is created, an eye is created, a sense of taste is created, which all lack in the dead matter. So study the five senses in relation to your consciousness, and you begin to see a new world emerging, which could not have emerged out of nothing. So the question you face is only twofold. Either you are eternal, or you are created. There is no third option. You are not eternal, but you are organized, and organized in such a beautiful manner, with such perfection, that it requires an organizer, but a conscious organizer, not a dead organizer. Because the other day I also addressed this question very briefly. In answer to a question I said, output can never be greater than input. So in the input of the universe there is no consciousness. Where did it come from? And when you see organization, it requires some pre-knowledge and pre-consciousness. It's lacking. So the question is only twofold. Either you are eternal with your consciousness, which you are not, or something else is eternal with his consciousness. You cannot do away with eternity. It's impossible. If there is no God, then the dead matter has to be eternal.
How would you address, because I've got this response many times, of that we're just random, and I've never been able to answer.
Please, instead of diverting the attention, please stick to this question and face it.
Okay.
Confront it.
Okay.
Are you eternal or not?
Definitely not.
No. Is your consciousness eternal or not?
No.
No. How could you be organized if you are not eternal? There has to be preceding you an eternity which must possess consciousness, because consciousness could not be born out of non-consciousness. So there are just two options. Either the unconscious beings or dead things are eternal, or some live form is eternal. There is no running away from this. Do whatever you may, please. You can't escape this inevitable question. If consciousness, your consciousness is not eternal, then there has to be an outer consciousness which has to be eternal, and that is God. But this is a brief answer. Please, you wait for a small booklet which is written on the question of God for children's sake. wait for it to be delivered to you, and you will study it, and you will find many interesting discussions on the subject. We can't prolong the same question indefinitely in a forum where other people also should be given the right to ask their questions, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Jazakumullah.
Ashif Mahmood Sir Gunman is required to report his son document.
How badly? Ashik Mahmood Sahib Ghumman is expected to report where?
To the registration desk.
To the registration desk, please, immediately. Ashik Mahmood Ghumman should immediately report to the, already, right. Yes, please.